Hello Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. My name is Julia Aurelia and I'm here to do your love reading. A reading for a very specific love connection in your life, and that might be that you are in a relationship or in a situationship. Let's have a look. I'm preparing the space for you with a mix of herbs called Venus. So I thought that's perfect. Let's put a little bit more on it. I thought that's perfect for a love reading. So I'm sending you love and Venus energies as well. And what I'm doing today is I'm laying out the Lenormand, and that's a method from France, a divination method where you use 36 small cards. You lay them all out together and then you have a look into the specific area, which in your case is going to be love and relationship. And this is a method mostly known in France and Germany. So I'm from Germany, as you can hear. So this is a method that a lot of Germans are actually using, so I thought it's nice to bring this out into the world, into the English-speaking divination community. But before we do this, and I'm going to swap the camera in a second as well, so that you can see the cards and how you can read the cards, or how I'm reading the cards. I want to pull one card with the tarot. Now, the tarot here is the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, and I'm going to pull now one main overall energy. What is the main overall energy for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the love life for the next 4 to 6 weeks? Movement. So progress, movement is a main theme here with the Eight of Wands. It might be that a lot of things are happening in a short amount of time, which might even be that, so therefore you might feel a little bit overwhelmed because it's like so much happening. With the Eight, it's a success energy, so there should be a lot of good things happening, good progress, success, successful communication as well. So this is always also the card of communication. Either it is a successful communication or a communication that comes or brings some sort of progress here. So it's a beautiful energy. Things are moving forward, possibly quite fast, quite quick. It could be the energy of moving or traveling as well. I want to have a look now into your cards, so I am going to lay out the Lenormand now for you. I'm going to swap the camera so that you can see the cards as well. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have some movement here, messages coming in, progress in a situation. So let's see what the Lenormand says about all of that. What are the energies for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Oh, that's where I get the stop. Let's have a look. Where is the edge of the camera? I think I can go up to here, can't I? Ah, even a bit further up. Okay. Consider that we do need to lay out 36 cards, so I'm always trying to fill out the whole deck. The whole camera. Let's just open up the space here. If you don't want to be here while I'm laying out the cards, then just jump ahead. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to explain everything here in a second. So yeah, I know some of you guys like to see the laying out of the cards, as you can just see that these cards have been shuffled and they have been laid out basically live in front of the camera. So nothing weird going on here. Yeah. It's always funny when there are some people being suspicious about, but then again, yeah, maybe this is what some card readers do on YouTube. I don't know. Placing the cards in a specific way, so that like specific messages come out. I don't know. It's it has never crossed my mind to do this actually, because that would defy the point of doing card readings and letting spirit choose the messages and having trust in the divine and having trust in in the messages of the cards that want to come out. So I don't really get that, to be honest. But yeah, apparently some people do this, or some people are just really suspicious. I don't know. Right, we are coming to the end of the spread. So, hello back to everyone who has just jumped the laying out. There are a few things that I want to mention here. First of all, there is this card of the lady. The lady number 29 is always you, no matter of your gender, because I always need to know where in the whole spread is you, and you are here. There is another person. Obviously, we are in a love reading, maybe in a committed relationship, maybe in a situationship. Here is another person, and the other person is over here. Again, no matter of their gender. Now, there are a few things I need to say on top of those personal cards here. Number one is that the Lenormand works through the combinations of cards that are lying around a specific card. For example, the heart is your love life or everything that is dear to your heart. The ring is your relationship or the connection. Now, there are different ways of interpreting the cards, of reading the cards. And another aspect is considering the placements of the cards. So this is the first house, the second house, the third, and so on. So you will hear me saying things like, oh, the ring is in the house of the ship, and so on. This can be quite confusing if you do not know the Lenormand, and also if you are not really interested in learning the Lenormand. Just please leave those things to the side and just listen to the messages of what the cards actually then mean. I will every now and then tell you the combination so you know how I am interpreting the cards. I think that's especially interesting for all those people who would like to dive deeper into Lenormand, just as a little explanation here. All right, so let's start with your reading. The first thing I can see is that there is a lot of communication. You are focused on communicating something here. I feel like you are either communicating, this is now really interesting because the communication is also between you guys. So there is a connection. You are both looking towards each other, which basically means the two of you like each other a lot. You are facing the same thing. Here you're looking in the same direction in a way, and there is communication connected to emotions or connected to finances. Let's see. There might be a meeting coming in, a meeting or a message coming in between you guys. I want to figure out a little bit more about the connection, so I'm going to go into the ring in a second. But there is a specific message coming in, or there is a meeting with this other person, maybe a coming together, sitting together, communicating, or like I said, a message is coming in here as well. And the message can talk about trust, loyalty. It can talk about emotional support as well. And there is something that is nagging on you. So there are some sort of worries which might connect to a family situation here. Which is now really interesting because I'm getting several messages for you. For some of you, there is a situation connected to the family. The lilies can stand up for the family and also for peace. So thinking about the lilies as in a family situation, we do have a message of concern here. The concern could be something financially, something connected to support, to trust, loyalty, in terms of finances here, or there could be something connected to finances, connected to the family, where there is the fear of losing some finances, or a loss of finances, or some sort of other worries. And I feel like this is something that might be communicated here, number one. Number two, the other aspect, looking at the lilies as in the peace and harmony, there's definitely something nagging on you connected to, like I said, finances or emotions, about then support and loyalty and trust. So these are the main topics here, I would say, where this communication is about. Now, I do get a sense that there is something happening where you're going to feel more peaceful again. This whole topic connected to emotions or finances will calm down. There's going to be more peace again. So even though there might be some concerns and some worries, I would say don't worry. It's going to sort itself out. It's going to become more peaceful again. So that's one aspect here. I want to look into this person. So who's that person, right? The person is in the house of the anchor. Now, the anchor could mean that this person is very stable, or brings a lot of stability or security for you here. Or it could be someone that you know from work. That is another aspect of the anchor. So either stability and security connected to this person or something connected to work. I do also see, just look at that, the person is looking onto the communication. So I feel like this person is open to communication, communication about support, help, trust and loyalty, financially or again, emotionally. We do see someone here connected to the house. So that might be because this person is living with you. That could be a thing. It could be maybe a family situation here as well, because this is another card that talks about the house, about the family. Now the house is in the house of the cross here, so there's something connected to a karmic lesson or a burden when it comes to, let's say, a house, a flat, the family, or something that is very close to your heart. I do get there is a sense of protecting yourself, protecting your emotions, feeling safe. So especially with the concern that is falling onto so the concern is in your house, right? I feel like it's nagging on you. The other person is thinking about that, but I feel like it's more connected to you worrying. And I feel like there is something about security or securing something and feeling safe emotionally or financially. For some of you, it could be both, right? Because like I said, the fish can talk about either or, but it could also be like, yeah, it's about both. It's about financial security and about feeling safe and feeling safe emotionally. And there's something connected to this person here. Now, what I get is, I do get a sense of isolation. I don't know if that is connected to you isolating yourself or maybe the other person isolating, because we have the tower here. Tower means withdrawing. It could be a withdrawing energy, it could be an isolation energy, it could be the okay, I'm alone energy that is falling onto this situation, which obviously is part of triggering some sort of worries, concerns, or maybe even like the fear of losing someone. It could be the fear of abandonment that is here falling onto you as well, connected to that situation. And we do see this a little bit unclear, and the unclarity here, the thing that is not quite clear, is connected to a decision in your love life or in the thing that is very dear to your heart. Now, I do feel like something is gonna be announced here, something is gonna be made public. And I do feel this has to do with the tower, because the tower is in the house of the public. Now, the power can stand for the public, but it could also stand for announcing something. So I feel like with this other person and you, there's some sort of announcement where there is confusion connected to a decision. But at the same time, this is connected to a withdrawing, isolating, or being alone. So let me see. I want to have a look onto you now. I feel like you're very close, and there's a lot of communication, like I said, between you guys. There is an opportunity here for you. And this opportunity might be connected to this meeting or this message coming in, or maybe even taking some action. But it could be taking action and communicating here, right? So it doesn't need to be taking action in terms of taking physical action and meeting or something like that. It could be taking action and communicating here. So let me see. What else do we have? So in your further environment, we do have we do definitely have some sort of conflict energy related to a change. And the issue here is security with the key here. Sorry, sometimes I'm just missing the words. I do have a German channel as well, so reading the cards in English and in German, sometimes my brain is just a bit frazzled. But there is something connected to security. And I do feel it all comes down to feeling safe. There is an issue, a conflict with feeling safe here. Because I do get a sense that someone or something is being cut short, or being cut like there's a cut, there is an ending. We're gonna come to that in a second when we go to the relationship here as well. So on the one hand, I feel like this is like a major blockage here, or a major challenge also when it comes to the other person. So it does make sense that we see this communication about loyalty, trust, about financial support, emotional support, feeling safe emotionally, feeling safe financially. For some of you, again, it could be connected to a family situation, but then again, we do see it's worrying you, and the conflict is connected to that change. It's connected to it might be that a change is coming and that is causing a conflict, or there has been some sort of change, which in general might have been quite positive, but then it came with some sort of conflict here. And again, I feel like there is this whole thing about A, finding solutions, or B, feeling like secure. This is what I get all the time, feeling secure, feeling secure. And maybe something needs to be let go of. Now, the best case scenario is that letting go of blockages here, cutting short the blockage, the blocked energy, and maybe even having some sort of thoughts connected to what have I gained, what have I learned from here. Because more and more the scythe energy comes to me, not just in cutting something or ending something. Yes, in a way, the scythe is cutting the crops. So there is the end of growth. There is no further development when the scythe comes. But there's also the harvest time. So it's like a give and take thing, right? It's like, okay, this is done now. What did we gain? What did I maybe learn from it? Or what is my harvest connected to that situation? So every time, quite recently, I see the scythe, the harvesting comes in quite strongly. And maybe there has been something, there could have been something to be that you gained from those blockages here. Though I do feel like something is still causing you stress, nervousness, slight anxiety, and it all circles around the energy of securing something. I feel like you want to secure something here. The interesting thing is that the love and the connection it's a little bit further away, and they are also not together. So I'm not sure if you are in a committed relationship, and especially if I have a look into let's say the ring, which is something you think about. You think about clarity. You think about a change, a successful change, or maybe there's a wish fulfillment connected to a change, connected to that connection or relationship. So what's interesting as well is that the ring for the connection is in the house of the ship. So there is something where maybe there is a distance in a way between you guys. That could be a physical distance here. So the ring being far away. So maybe this connection is far away. Someone is far away here. Maybe in a different country even. So that could be something here. It might be that you are thinking about a positive change and healing. For some of you, I get the energy of healing something here connected to that connected to that connection. And I feel like there's a deeply emotional connection and a deep spiritual connection, maybe even to a degree where you have a telepathic bond here to someone. But we do see, connected to the energies surrounding the ring, there is a lot going on. There's a lot of change connected to this relationship. There is an ending. There is an ending, like both talks about an ending. And maybe this person has been in your life for quite a while. There is a lot of stability. It might be a work relationship for you. So that could be something as well. As an influence, that you know this person from work, or you're working together, or you have worked together, but it feels like something is ending here now. And the ending also falls onto the house of the, oh, that's interesting, the house here, right? And this is why this is in the burden energy. So I feel like some sort of security with that person is ending. Or maybe there's a change connected to this, why things are maybe at the moment a little bit unstable. And again, it's really interesting because two cards talk about security, stability, securing something in that connection, but then, or maybe a connection that has been or has felt quite secure. But then we do have the change, and the change is moving into a letting go and ending, a transformation of the situation, a transformation of the relationship, a transformation of the connection. That again is causing stress and nervousness and anxiety, I feel like. But I also feel like there's a lot of appreciation. So, and maybe that was something that wasn't quite known to you, how much you appreciate the other person or how much the other person appreciates you. So I do feel there is a lot of validation and appreciation here in that connection. And also with the fish being in the same mix, it's deeply emotional, which I said earlier already. And then it's interesting again because we have here the growth, we have the long-term energy, we have information. I do feel like there is the information coming now towards you, how much this person meant for you or meant to you or means to you, and also the other way around. There's something about gaining knowledge, about appreciation here. And again, it seems like this has been a long-term situation, a long-term connection with the energy of the tree. But then on the other side, more moving to the future, we see there is this burden, and this burden or karmic lesson lies upon a new beginning here, because this is the house of your new beginnings, and we start a new beginning quite heavy here with the energy of karma or a karmic lesson or something is like a burden. And this is connected to the isolation or feeling alone or a withdrawal. Now, obviously a withdrawal doesn't always need to be a separation or like an ending, a divorce, but looking at these cards here, there is definitely something ending. Maybe a cycle is ending. Best case scenario would be, okay, one sort of cycle is ending. But we do have all the cards that talk about that you would use for a relationship not continuing, let's say, which is basically those two that are all falling onto the ring, and especially with the cross being connected here as well. Now we do see the burden here as well, connected to your love life, but we have the best card of the whole deck here, and there is there's something healing. There is, I feel like this this heavy energy is healing, and there's something connected to need to be loved, need to be appreciated, need to be loved, heavy karmic lesson, heavy blockage, things being confusing here, confusing because some sort of decision. I feel like someone is leaving that situation, but at the same time the leaving of a situation, I see it at the moment really like someone is on this ship and is moving away, but this is part of a healing journey, and it's gonna be easier for you, it's gonna be more peaceful again for you, it's gonna be lighter for you, and there is a lot of healing that is connected to the energy of someone leaving, someone going off on the journey. Metaphorically speaking, or maybe an actual journey, or just moving away really from something here. This is what I'm getting. So, and there is a need for a long-term stability. There's a need for love. It feels like there is a need for love, and then in your love life, as I said already, there is the connection to a decision here, a decision that is causing stress and nervousness, and the stress and nervousness is connected to a change, to a transformation, or a letting go. And then also onto the heart, the coffin is falling onto the tower, the mice. So I would say you guys have some sort of communication about a connection that is changing, which to a degree it's causing a bit of interruption when it comes to feeling safe and all of that. And I feel like this is a big part. I want to feel safe. I need to be loved. I need to be I need to have something long-term in my life, something stable, something that is growing, but in some shape or form this connection is not really growing. So putting this card next to the whole situation again. I actually completely forgot about that. We do have a lot of movement, we do have a lot of change, but I feel like it's change for the better. It's change that brings some progress, process, and also the energy of communication. This is what we got between you guys. Taking action, communication, same energy between you guys here. And it all serves the purpose of progress and success basically in your life. But for some reason I get you have learned from this situation what you needed to learn. So something feels like it's done. Something needs to be transformed now in order to become something new. And if I mirror the heart, we do have the change. We do have, yes, there is the confusion. Again, this is connected to the decision that is here. Which I do feel it's a decision to let go of something or to make a cut. But again, we do have a healing energy here as well when it comes to your love life, to your heart. Now, just as another thing here, we do have the other person thinking about the worries or maybe losing you as well. And it seems like there is a really, like the other person has a big blockage. I would say the other person is a little bit, it's more heavy onto the other person than the situation falls onto you, because you have clarity in your mind, a positive change. You are more optimistic, more open, more positive, more fluid, more changing. Everything's like, okay, this is what I'm thinking about. It could be a positive change for healing, for success, a destiny energy. This other person has a lot of worry. The worry is what you share basically, right? Because it's in your house and it's the other person thinking about it. But definitely there is an energy where the other person here is, there are so many blockages. Both cards are so heavy, really heavy. So there's, I would say, a big challenge in this karmic lesson to maybe also get more aware of the person's needs or personal needs here, because that's what the fox can stand for as well. It can stand also for being clever and all of that, but I actually do feel like this is talking about the personal needs here, and that there's a heavy lesson, and that probably is connected to the both of you. So what are your needs? What are the person's needs? And are we able to basically give each other what we need, what we want, or what we need in a relationship, or aren't we able to do this? And so there is this really, like, this tone of considering everybody's needs, not hurting anyone intentionally, but to also be very clear about, okay, this is what I need, this is what you need. Are we moving in the same direction? And even though there is this connection, I do have a feeling that there's something moving forward, because at this time, at least, I feel like the both of you need to go and discover your own needs, or acting upon the clarity of your own needs. There's something connected to that. All right, so I do feel like I went through everything now that I can see here. Let me just have a quick look if I forgot anything. Yeah, there is this appreciation. So it's not that there is nothing between you. I feel like it's deeply emotional, it's deeply spiritual, it's a lot of appreciation, a lot of knowledge, a lot of, like, a big learning process here. All right, so I hope you resonate with the reading. If so, leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. I can hardly recommend to also listen to the reading in 2 weeks or in 4 weeks. So just save the reading, because it's so interesting. Sometimes with the Lenormand, the energies come through, like, let's say 1 or 2 weeks later, and suddenly you're like, oh my god, now it does make sense. So so please save this reading, listen to it again in a few weeks' time, and really work with this reading and the energies. Sending you all so much love. Thank you for being here, and see you next time. Bye.